Hey, my name is Sean. Welcome to Echoes in Eternity Bourbon. You ever had one of those weekends where you just forgot things?
How do you forget things soon after you try and remember? A common issue for many, many people, and there's a number of factors involved.
So I'm not talking about like I drank so much that I blacked out or forgot anything, but you truly forget that, dang, I picked up a lot of stuff this weekend. And it started off Friday, met Matt from Whiskey Wisdom out at Tower and picked up some things there. Then we went to Short Barrel, picked up some things there, then picked up a barrel there. And then after, that was, I'm hanging out with my buddies and we had an ASW Rickhouse tour, picked up some more things. And I didn't realize how much stuff I picked up until I got home and I had to drag this all in. And I'm like, whew, picked up a lot of stuff, man. But you know what? It was a blessing. It was a lot of fun. Great weekend. On top of that, I get back and there was a lot of things that were here waiting for me. So thankful for that. I mean, a lot of cool stuff here. So let me unpack some of the things that I did get. And it's going to be a lot of fun trying to figure all this out. So I'll tell you what, let me start with the stuff that I was just so blessed that was here. It was sent to the channel from a bunch of different people. And I'm so thankful for you on this. Let me tell you what too, and I'll do a separate video on this. But this Knob Creek, the pick that I've got, there's 3 different people that bought one of these, that got it for themselves, but also said, I want to donate one for the channel. So a bottle of this is going to be going away at $2,500, a bottle at $3,000, and a bottle at $3,500. So I'm going to do a different video to make sure I highlight the people that purchased those. But there's 3 people that have already bought this to give it away to somebody in the future. And I just think that just talks about how amazing the bourbon community is, how thoughtful people are. And I'm just so very, very thankful of that. So I'll bring that out in another video. But when I got back here, I had packages waiting for me, which was awesome. One of them, actually, I think 3 of them were all from Patreons. Thank you for that, Patrons. I tell you guys all the time, and I truly mean it. You guys are the backbone of the support of this channel. There's a lot of things that I'm able to do because of you guys do things to keep the channel running. I truly, truly appreciate it. If you haven't yet, please like, comment, subscribe. I try to answer every single comment. I may not get them every day, but I try to get that thing cleared out. I have this OCD problem where if there's a comment, I've got to try to answer it. Now, if you reply again, sometimes I don't see that. But I do see every time your initial comment. So I do try to at least answer that first comment. I figure you've put in the time for that. The least thing I can do is match that time and say, hey, let me give you some thoughts back on that, if I can. And good, bad, or indifferent. I like to grow just like anybody else. I'm not afraid of constructive criticism or feedback or things like that because I think that's important too. What's going well, what isn't going well. But I get back and I got a couple of samples here from Josh Smith. This is the Old Soul Bruisel pick that, Josh happened to be down there when we were in Mississippi at Spillway. He got this Old Soul pick, so I'm looking forward to doing that versus some Old Souls. And what's ironic is this video, I'm doing it Wednesday night. It'll come out Thursday. Thursday evening, I get to be fortunate enough to be part of a group, and I'm the low person on the totem pole here. You gotta understand your place when you go into things. Is that I understand I'm the low person on the totem pole, but I will be a part of an Old Soul pick, which will be at Fort Moore, which I'm very excited about. Gonna have some brisket tomorrow. I'm gonna do some jalapeno poppers, and we'll get to try some different barrels from Old Soul. And then everyone will put in their feedback, and then a pick will be made for Fort Moore for the Class 6. So I'm very, very excited about that. So maybe I'll be able to get a little bit of something of the winter and go against this one right here from Bruisel. I'm sure that he did an amazing job, and the team did an amazing job there. So looking forward to that. He also sent me this Detling Spillway pick, which I wasn't able to get any of the Detling. It was out every time I went through or tried to get it. It was gone. But he left this note. He says, I added the Old Soul pick that I was part of. Wasn't sure if you had a chance to try it, which I didn't, Josh. I appreciate it. Also, I got a very prominent flavor from the Detling, and I'm curious if you get the same flavor. So, Josh, I will do a video when I do the Detling, and I'll see what I get in there, and we'll see if we caught the same flavors on that Detling. So, looking forward to that. Had, like I said, there's so many awesome things. I had Dave Vogel sent me this awesome bottle. This is OCD number 5. This one right here is it's a bee batch. It's a honey batch. So I've never had the OCD, and he mentioned this is the one that's done in a honey cask. So I'm looking forward to that. If anyone's ever had any OCD, I'd be interested in, don't give me the flavors or the notes, but, thoughts on it. Just because I'm looking forward to this. This is coming in 103 proof. I think that this is going to be something I'm going to look forward to. I love some honey finished bourbons. I do have that sweet side that I like. And on top of that, Dave sent a slew of samples to go along with it. Definitely looking forward to that. So I think that's outstanding as well. And man, I tell you, it keeps getting better and better. Had another David sent in a bottle of Stag Junior to give away at 3,000. Now it does have a little ding on the top there, but it didn't break the seal or anything like that. It was just an unfortunate accident that happened there. So stuff happens sometimes, and a little bit of a ding on there. But looking forward to giving this away at 3,000, and then sent in four of the 2XOs of each of the 2XOs, but he sent in also a whole sample pack to go out to somebody else. So not only is he donating a bottle of Stag, this is 23B for the 3,000K giveaway, along with 3 of the Kansas City, not Kansas City, but Knob Creek picks. I always say KC, and all of a sudden Kansas City comes out, but 3 of the Knob Creek picks by somebody else that's going to be going out on there. So very fortunate on that. I can't say thank you enough for all the contributions to the show here. I'm definitely looking forward to that, and I'll make sure that I represent and let those people know again, too, when it comes time for those drawings. Thank you for that contribution, because it took your time to make that money, to get it here, to make sure that somebody else can enjoy it. And I just think that that's fantastic. I think that just the giving nature of this community just blows me away sometimes. So absolutely looking forward to that. Man, Short Barrel. As you know, Friday morning, I ended up at Short Barrel. Ended up getting a few good things at Short Barrel wise there. The first one is that we were able to, they had some barrels open. They had another local store coming in. I was able to pick one of the barrels, got the sample on some of them before they got there, and said, hey, would it be possible, because they do this bottle your own out of a barrel, it's a bottle to barrel experience, that you can get it thiefed out of there right into your barrel, right into your bottle, right from the barrel, which is cool. And I asked, hey, would this be possible? And they're like, yeah. Ended up getting 2 fantastic ryes right here, one for myself, one for Matt, coming in 131, I think, 0.1 proof, 131.1 proof. So was excited about that. Was able to pick up the last cigar batch that they had there. So was very fortunate for that. Was able to get one for a friend. Matt picked one up for a friend. And they have it in their possession now. And I've got one for myself. So excited about that. While we were there, I was able to pick up a couple other things. And if you guys haven't checked out Short Barrel yet, go check them out on site. I mean, they are just super cool. Very nice people, and they've got bottles in there. They've got bottles signed from Bruzel in there. They've got some of their the different honey batch stuff they got in there, the bee's knees. They got some other bottles like this one right here, which is this one is the aged 6 years, and this is done and finished in rum barrels, coming in 134 proof. So it's a 9-year bourbon done in rum barrels, coming in 134 proof. Was happy to get this bottle right here. And this one right here, which really called to me right here, this is a The bookkeeper, so they have, the bee's knees and beekeeper type of thing going on. This is the bookkeeper. They blended a bunch of Booker's barrels into this right here and call this the bookkeeper. So this is coming in 117.2 proof. Another bottle I can't wait to review and check out. So I ended up with 4 short barrel batches while I was in the area. But wait, I picked up a few other things. So while I was there at Tower, I ran into this High West Barrel Select. And this is a bourbon whiskeys finished in Madeira barrels. And this is a Tower store pick. I tend to like the Tower store picks. They do a very good job. This is something I don't see in my area a lot. So I said, let me take a roll on this one. I thought this would be something nice to add kind of to the High West collection thing I'm starting to work on a little bit for them. What else do we get here? Oh, man, almost forgot this. Old Fourth. Short Barrel bought Old Fourth. And while Matt and I were there, we were looking at this. It's 100 proof rye. And we're like, man, this is a great price right here. And so we ended up picking this up. Each of us ended up picking this up. Now, Tower, you did fail us. The tag at the first Tower at said $22, but they ended up charging us $28. Still, very good bottle for $28. It's 100 proof rye. It will mix very well, or you can drink it as a straight pour. But I mean, this is something with Short Barrel now acquiring Old Fourth. They'll have some neat stuff coming out from there as well, because Old Fourth had some old barrels hanging out there, which I'm sure they're going to do some really neat things with. So looking forward to that and excited about that. Also, found a Smoke Wagon store pick. When we were this was at the first Tower that I went to. They had this Smoke Wagon store pick, Tower Wine and Spirits. This one is coming in at 100, and it's 120, almost 121 proof. So looking forward to this. This is a bourbon. It's a 7-year bourbon. Got the cool red sticker on there. I love my tater stuff, so I'll be able to add that to my Smoke Wagon, a bit of stuff that I've got back up over here. So that'll be cool. And I think what's really neat is when you get a certain amount of bottles from a distillery, you can do some real neat things, like some real neat 6-packs and things like that. You can do a Short Barrel 6-pack, or 13th Colony 6-pack, or a Smoke Wagon 6-pack. Or, I went to ASW and picked up some more stuff there. And I'm telling you what, they really, really surprised me with one bottle here. And that's this one. Now, this one's empty. Now, we didn't drink it all, but we did get the very last of this bottle. And this is their Burns Night. This is an American single malt whiskey coming in at only 92 proof. But man, I'm telling you, this was like drinking toffee. I mean, it was so sweet, and it was so smooth, and it was so buttery. I was like, this is fantastic. It was so good that I had to buy a bottle while I was there, because I don't see this in my area. So I'm going to actually put this out in some different samples for people to try later. And I'm just curious if and of course they'll be blind. And I'm just curious if they'll like it as much as I liked it. I think it's really neat when you find things like that. And the last one on here, man, this was a soloist. This is the Distiller Select Toasted 7th year anniversary cask strength. Now, of course, they don't have what percentage it is on the bottle anywhere. So I don't know at what proof this is, but it's a cask strength Fiddler 7-year toasted. I had this while we were there. There's a gentleman in the area, Ian. He's the one that kind of turned me on to this Fiddler soloist. I actually happened to run into him the other day, and I said, I'm going to get you a pour of this, because I think you'll love this. I think this is fantastic pour. I think you'll really enjoy it. I can't wait to get your thoughts on it. So those are the bottles that I was able to pick up in Atlanta. And like I said, you don't realize sometimes how much you actually pick up until you... Oh my goodness. Did I forget another one? I certainly did. Here's another one. A Fiddler Chin Music. This is the fastball release. I didn't have this. My wife's a huge Braves fan. I'm looking down and it's like they're like tribbles. They keep repopulating down here. Pick this one up. So like I said, the Georgia was well represented when I was down there. at ASW and at Short Barrel. I think I got 3 bottles of ASW, 4 bottles of Short Barrel, some Smoke Wagon, some High West. No, I ended up with 5 bottles. Well, the old fourth now is essentially Short Barrel. So 5 things from Short Barrel, 3 things from ASW, a partridge and a pear tree. So it was really, really cool experience. Had a blast. But Atlanta had some neat hunting, and I will tell you, if you're in Atlanta, check out Short Barrel, check out ASW, see some of the different products they have and some of the different things they're doing. I think the Georgia does a fantastic job. You guys have heard me talk about 13th Colony a lot. And I just think that there's something about this weather and this temperature and this climate in this area that helps bring about some great experiences with the bourbon in this area. Like I said, every place I've been to has been very, very kind and very friendly and very nice. You know, I've still got my 13th Colony tattoos, as Dave Vogelsang likes to point out. But, you know, wonderful, wonderful time. And David Cook, thank you so much for your contributions. Dave Vogelsang, thank you so much for yours. Josh Smith, I'm looking forward to getting into these samples. You know, there's some more things that are coming as well. Plus, I'm going to do another video about the 3 people that donated bottles of the Knob Creek store pick for others as well. Looking forward to, you know, picking a barrel tomorrow with some people. This is also coming up. I'll be Thursday night, starting at about midnight. I'll be running the barbecue pits for our church. And if you happen to be in the Phoenix City area on Saturday, starting from 10:30 a.m. to 3 p.m., make it over to First Baptist Church in Phoenix City. Some of the best barbecue you ever have. I am so looking forward to just hanging out with friends, having some great barbecue, and cooking. You know, I do the night shifts out there with some buddies, and just cooking and having that bonding experience and having a great time. Man, a lot of stuff said there, but you know, it's Friday. It's Thursday. It's Friday Eve, so we're on Thursday. It's Friday Eve. Weekend's almost upon us. Man, if you're working today, I hope your workday goes by fast. I hope you're blessed and you're successful and bring great energy to everything you do. If you happen to be off today, man, I hope that dial just turned it down. Or when you do get off, I hope it just turned it down. So you can enjoy time with friends, with family, have an amazing time with what you need to do to get yourself ready for the next day. You know, because we work to live, not live to work. You know, enjoy that time that you have because you worked hard to get those moments. So I hope that they're great for you. But most importantly, all, cheers and God bless. Y'all have an amazing day.